Hello my loves, welcome to our live reading this morning. I thought I'd bring the oracle board back because we've not had this in a reading on a Monday for a while. I'm just going to move that smoky quartz and you can see our little fellows that we've got here, these beautiful squirrels that are sitting on top of your message today. So I hope you're well, and I'll tell you a little bit more about these in a second. Let's put that smoky quartz at the back, and then it's not getting in the way of our view. So I have 11 of you here already. How are you doing, my loves? I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Let me know. So good morning to Sarah Elizabeth Martin, Janine Smelt, and Jean McRae, Patty Robb, Lucy Buxton, Nicole South. Sonia Anders is watching. Hello to all my Australian viewers. Good morning to you. Hello to all my American viewers. Kovila, I'm not sure where you are, but good morning. Elaine Sagar, good morning to you. I know you're in the UK. Let me just scroll along and see who we have here. I always like to say all my hellos. Get those most important things out of the way before we get into the reading. So if this bugs you, I'm sorry. I just like to say hello to everyone because that's the whole point of doing the live, isn't it? Otherwise I just pre-record it. Good morning, Leanne Mulder, Mel Roberts, Leslie Ann Townley. Much love to you as well. Khan Saib, Julie Johnson, Mel Roberts, Bernie Mason's here, Jane Narborough. Oh, all my ladies in the house. Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year to you if I haven't seen you yet this year. Christian Cottrell, good evening to you. Fiona White, good morning. Gloria Kendall. Oh, I am very well. I did have a good weekend. I hope you did too, Gloria. Thank you for asking. Carmen Morgan's here and Robin Steele is here. You had a fantastic weekend celebrating your daughter's 21st, Robin. She's a little Capricorn 21st birthday. Is wonderful, isn't it? Such a lovely celebration, that. Julie Johnson posted your parcel today, Angel. There's a message for you, Julie, from Mel Roberts. I like to be the messenger. That's my job. Kavila is in West Sussex. Ah, a beautiful part of the world. Very, very nice. Patty Robb, oh, bless your heart. You're sweet too. Andrea Pollen is watching. Danielle Bowen's watching. Hello, Danielle. Astrid Twiggs here. Deb Shipley's here. Carol Bell's here. Margarita Jeffries. Good morning, everyone. Had to do an emergency phone call before the live, and somebody's going to be calling me back, so it'll interrupt the reading, but I will cut the call off and ring them back myself later. So let us get some cards in place here for our first reading of the week. Lisa Walkton's here. Good morning to Michelle Mensa in Mystic, Connecticut. Julie Hans is here and Astrid Twig. Hello, Astrid. Now for our third card, I'm going to use my Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty if I can find it. Here it is. Let me grab these. And let's have one of these cards, shall we? Oh, that one just jumped out, so we will take that. When cards jump out, it's like they make their presence known, don't they? They want to be part of proceedings. So let us bring them in. So let me talk you through our setup this morning. I'll say my few last hellos and then dive into the messages. Good morning, Desley Jones. Good morning, Diane Small. It is Small, isn't it? Yes, Diane. And I think we're there. I think we're there with the hellos. All right. So before I get into the weekly messages, we have got, for our pick a card reading at the back of the Oracle deck, we've got these little squirrels. Aren't they amazing? Now I'm going to zoom you in on those later. But this is squirrel number 1, squirrel number 2 and squirrel number 3. So get thinking about what you would like to know. If you've got any little questions burning at the back of your mind like Patty has, then we will hopefully be able to answer those through the messages that we get under your squirrel and your card as well. Amanda for Cavaco's here and Christine Culverhouse. Good morning, ladies. And then for our weekly messages for the collective, we've got 2 cards from the Angel Tarot deck. Let me just bring that in there. The Angel Tarot by Radley Valentine. Valentine. I don't know what's happening to my voice this morning. And then we have got the yellow card from the Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty deck by me. So let us get started, and before I do, I want to say good morning to Laurie Fantasia, and thank you very much for sending me the stars. You are so sweet. If anybody would like to send stars, you see the little stars icon at the bottom of the screen, and if you wish to show your appreciation for the messages today, you can send me some stars, and each one is 1 cent. So you can send as few or as many as you feel like you want to, or you can, and all of those stars go towards supporting the channel and the work we do here. So our first card is from the from the Angel Tarot deck. I'm losing my marbles already. Some may say I already had lost them a long time ago. And this represents the first half of this beautiful new week. So we're really getting into January now. Can you feel it? Are we sort of getting back to some semblance of stepping into the new year? And we have the Ace of Air. Isn't this fantastic? Now this is showing us a glimpse of that fabulous Aquarian energy that's going to be coming in soon. So Aquarius is the sign that comes after Capricorn. So we're in Capricorn season at the moment. We're going to be stepping into Aquarius season. The sun will move into Aquarius next week. But Mercury, oh my gorgeous Mercury, it is going to be going retrograde from the 14th of January, which is going to be next Monday, I do believe. Now, Mercury is already in its shadow period, its shadowy slowing down period, because normally it's very zippy planet, it's very fast. And it's associated with the element of air, and it's about our intellect, our thoughts, the mind, and all of its little moving parts, and anything that has moving parts. So things like devices that you have in your home, the car that you drive in, public transport that you go on, any trips, journeys, anything that moves you forward. So when Mercury's in shadow like it is, it's normally in shadow from 10 days before it actually goes retrograde on the 14th of January. So we're already in the shadow, it's slowing down. So you might see things breaking down in order to break through. So I've already had some experience of this. My internet hub, you know, that you plug into the telephone port that then connects to all of the devices in your house and your Wi-Fi and everything, and the TV, that broke last week, and so it sent our Wi-Fi and our internet situation haywire, and I had to ring them up several times, and finally they sent me a new box, a new hub. But boy oh boy, was it a nightmare trying to reconnect that thing. It was not pleasant, and it involved lots of running up and downstairs because the hub's upstairs, the TV's downstairs, and trying to connect the two was just, let me tell you, I would not give up on it, but it was about midnight before I got it working. So anyway, that's the kind of flavour of things to come. So it's like a reboot. So we had to reboot that box and trying to connect it with everything, and that can sometimes be a bit of a scramble. It can be a bit messy. So this unicorn that has wings is like a Pegasus, winged unicorn, and it's managed to fly up to this higher place, and it can look down on the situation. So it can be a new beginning, because Mercury retrograde, Mercury shadow always denotes that. It always gives us a flavour of what's to come. It asks us to slow down. It asks us to recap on things, to really review things, to make sure we've done everything correctly. Otherwise we might have to go over it again. Hence the phone call that I made, the anxious phone call I was making before I went live, because of something that I noticed that was wrong, some stuff I've been doing, and it needs rectifying, and I hadn't noticed it before. So this is Mercury's inspiration here. Now we might not always like the Ace of Air energy, because sometimes it can poke us in the eye, it can poke us in the bottom with its big sword, because it's like the swords in tarot is the air energy. But it's very good for us long term, because it's helping us to see things with fresh eyes. It's helping us to go back over things that aren't quite right and make them good. Okay. So Julie's had a Hoover that broke and you fixed it. Yes. So anything that has been on the blink, anything that's been stuttering in your life can be revealed, and it breaks down for good, and we have to do something about it during this period. So don't fear it. It can bring people back into your life as well. This can be a reboot in terms of your way of thinking, your way of seeing something, this enlightenment. Let's have a look at the words on the card. It says brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth in a situation. Yeah, so we see something that we hadn't seen before. And then when we have that truth, we have choices. So with awareness comes choices. So it can be that we're trying to begin something, it's challenged us, but what it's done is it's shown us that we can do it. Like me setting up that Sky Hub, I can do this. I now know I have the resources. I can do anything. When I thought to myself, if I can set this thing up, this awkward thing up, I can do anything. It made me feel really good about myself, even though I had been literally tearing my hair out. So, it's Friday's the 14th this week. Oh, I thought it was next Monday. See, I like it when you guys give me the nod and you tell me what's going on. And I'm just going to skip backwards because somebody sent me some stars. I don't know who it is because Facebook's not showing me. But, it's Andrea Max Gimming. Thank you so much, Andrea. Good morning to Vanessa Dempsey, Joanne Thomas. Diane Small keeps coming up. Deirdre's here. Good morning. Happy New Year to you. Francis Kelly. Shelley Barnes. Susie Stillwell. Hello, everybody. Okay, shall we find out what's happening in the second half of the week? Francis, your skybox isn't working. You have no sky in the kitchen. Get onto them. The technical support was absolutely fantastic. I spoke to 2 different people. They were very, very helpful. Sometimes we can tell ourselves that, this isn't going to work, or they're going to be really rubbish and unhelpful, but they actually weren't. Okay, Susan Palmer, good morning. So our second half of the week, this is the message. We have the King of Earth. Now, I really like this because that one's up in the air. That's all about our thought and our mind, governing how successfully we can navigate our way through any kind of difficulty so we can have bright ideas. So challenges and struggles can bring us the most resourceful ways of getting around them. They can give us inspiration. So we're inspired here, and what do we do with that inspiration? We spin it into gold, because the King of Earth is all about grounding things. It's all about making money, honey. So by the second half of the week, we're going to be sitting pretty, because that's what he's doing. He's sitting in his throne, and he's not just sitting on any old throne. This is like the Posh and Beck's wedding thrones. Do you remember when they got married? They had these amazing gold thrones that they sat on. And he's just in the lap of luxury. He's attracting money to him. He's a money magnet. Now, just speaking of money magnets, one of the best little tips I can give you to attract money to you is to get your purse, or the card holder that you use, or your wallet, or you whatever you call it. We call it the purse where we put our coins and our cards and our cash in. Here in the UK, I know that a purse is a handbag in the States, so it might be your wallet. And empty it all out, take everything out, and you can either breathe into it to cleanse it, or you can, sage it, or use some incense, or just put some crystals in there and just cleanse it all out. Give everything a shake. Like the cards and the money. Write a little slip of paper or a card, I am a money magnet, and pop that in with your cash and your cards, and make sure you always carry cash, because you are attracting abundance by having it. So that's a little tip from the King of Earth, because the king is a mature person who's been very wise with his money, who's been very wise with the resources that he has the talents that he has, and he's been able to attract that money through his effort, and he's hanging on to it. Look at him, he's very stable. So this is a very stable place in your life in terms of being able to see money coming in, to attract it like a magnet. But it's not a whim, it's not some kind of what's the word I'm searching for, where it's just a fluke. This is because you have been able to use your mind, use your powers of persuasion, use the skills and talents you've got, and you're being able to have that safe place financially. And using your talents and your skills like a guru. But gurus can charge a lot of money, can't they? So this could be you getting a pay rise at the end of the month, end of the week, sorry, or even the end of the month. This could be you stabilising your finances, being very wise around certain decisions, certain choices, or having a bright idea that results in you being able to bring money in, bring money towards you. Okay, so that sounds good, doesn't it? Deb says, I hope so. I hope so too. And Kelly Kelly's gone one further with the Ace of Air. She's got some inspiration for us. She pops a piece of citrine in her purse. And I used to carry one in my handbag. I gave it to somebody because they needed it. So I gave them that crystal. But I must go and get myself another piece of citrine and put it in my bag. Good idea. Thank you, Kelly, for that. And good morning to you if I hadn't said good morning to you. So, our next card is the card for the week from my Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty, and it is, oh yes, so I love the way that it bridges these two cards. So look at this, we've got that kind of the shapes and the colours of the Ace of Air, and we've got the colours of the King of Earth there. So it's nestling in nicely in the centre of those two cards, and it tells a story because it says when you are willing to go outside the comfort zone of your thinking, when you say to yourself, I'm not going to let my existing beliefs limit me, I'm going to think differently, I'm going to do things differently, I'm going to take a different perspective, I'm going to go around the problem, then I can get to where I want to be. So what a wonderful message for us all. This is the number 5, so 3 and 2 is 5. And 5 is the number of freedom. So we're always free. And you may think, well, we're not free actually, are we? I'm not free. There's lots of limitations on me. So it all depends how you look at it though, doesn't it? Because the way you observe your life is the way it is. So if you see where you have freedom, because we've all got freedom in some different aspects, so even the tiniest of ways, you've got the freedom to decide whether you're going to put that piece of chocolate in your mouth. And you've got the freedom to make choices about whether you try a little bit harder around something, whether you try something new, you try something different, whether you ask somebody for some advice, whether you're kind to yourself or whether you beat yourself up. We've all got choices, and those are the freedoms that we have. So we're always free in a lot more ways than we perceive ourselves to be. And this is the free thinking. This is like, I can do things the way I've always done them, or I can take a fresh perspective and I can go around in a different route, and then I'll see. I can tell myself if I ring Sky up, they're not going to do anything about my problem. Or I can say, I'm going to ring Sky and they're going to deal with it and they're going to send me a new job. And they did. So there you go. So you can choose to be abundant in your thinking. And when you do that, when you try things that are different, this is where you end up. So I really like those messages. And these are what are known as the minor arcana. So there are the first 22 cards of the deck of tarot are called the major arcana, which is the word arcana means mystery. And so we have nothing major. We have all the minor things this week. And small things make big acorns grow, don't they? Speaking of which, that leads me nicely into my squirrels, because they're holding little acorns, but they're not really acorns. So I'm going to get you to choose your squirrel first, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about your squirrel that you chose. So we have squirrel number 1. Isn't it cute? This is squirrel number 2. And this is squirrel number 3. What do you fancy? Which one is speaking to you? If squirrels could talk, which one's saying, pick me? All right. So I'm going to pick up number 1 and tell you about this. Now, these squirrels were sent to me by a lovely lady called Gemma Crow. Hi Gemma, if you do watch this replay, thank you so much, because these are amazing. So they are little golden squirrels, and she has wire wrapped individual little briolette gemstones that the squirrel is holding like an acorn. And It has a little gap in the top because it's a place card holder. Isn't that magical? I love it. And each one, she's written underneath what the gemstone is. So we've got purple amethyst. What a beautiful, beautiful gift, isn't it? So I was absolutely charmed, bowled over, blown away by this gorgeous gift that this lovely lady sent me. So if you chose purple amethyst, this is a message to you about your intuition. So you're far more intuitive than you realise, and your intuition's calling to you very strongly this week. It's been squirreled away and it wants to come out. So you're going to get some really strong gut feelings. You're going to get some downloads of information. People will say to me, what do you mean by a download? Well, you know how when you have a download on your phone or you have a download on your computer, it's adding some kind of upgrade. It's fixing some quirky things that were going on, some glitches. It's improving things. And that's what I mean by a download. It's your angels, it's your guides, it's the divine saying, you're ready for a download. You've been operating on this old system for too long. I'm going to give you some extra fresh insights. So look out for them. They can come in lots of ways. They could come in, this happens to me, washing the dishes, and I get some kind of profound, very strange feeling or idea or sense of something. It always tends to be when I'm doing something with water, either in the shower or when I'm washing the dishes, or if I'm going for a walk and it's raining. It tends to be the time. For you, it'll be different. You will maybe see some kind of symbolism in terms of nature, or a billboard, or you read a magazine article and you get some big aha wow moment. You might have a dream. You wake up and you think, oh, that's the answer to something that I didn't even know I was asking a question to. It can come in lots of ways. Okay. Gemma made my other card holder as well. She's very, very good at making me card holders. This is the other one that we used to use before I started to use the oracle board. But yeah, she's a very, very clever lady. So that is your message, and if you have any purple amethyst, then keep some with you this week, because that will help to encourage that inspiration to flow, that intuition to come out. It could be that you're being called to do more psychic work, more intuitive work, more divining, get your cards out, get your crystals out, get your pendulum out, revisit that Reiki healing that you used to do, all that kind of stuff. So for you, I'm going to pop this card into the card slot. These are from my Angels and Chakras deck. Yeah, that's the official box for the Angels and Chakras deck. I'll talk about that later. But, my book club is coming out. It's very, very near to being released at the end of this month. I'm going to tell you all about that. I'm going to do another live for you when I get myself organised. And you chose the card of success. So this is Archangel Jophiel. She's the Archangel who's working with you this week on making your projects a success, your plans a success, whatever it is that you want to achieve, whatever it is that you want to be holding the trophy around. And success is whatever you deem it to be. So there's no rules, there's no definition of success. The only definition of success is yours. So think about what you want to be successful in this week. So we have a quote here from Steve Maraboli, and it says, when the day has ended, dare to feel as you've done your best. Dare to be the best you can. At all times, dare to be. So this is about really pushing yourself to do intuitive things. Even if you don't feel you're good enough, or you don't feel comfortable, or, it's like push yourself out of your comfort zone, because Archangel Jophiel is there helping you to weed out any kind of negative thoughts that might creep in and tell you you're not enough. She wants to tell you you have everything you need in this moment to be successful in the ways that you want to be successful. So your key questions this week are, what does success mean to you? And take some time to reflect on your accomplishments. So I like this because, I wrote it for starters. That sounded very egotistical, but hey, what are we going to do? So the first thing is to think about what success means to you. What would you like to be successful in? But there's a flip side to this, because you're already successful. You've already achieved so many things. And we want you to take time to reflect on those accomplishments. It's very important. So here that card is going, oh, look, it fits so perfectly. This is the first time I've used these. So thank you very much, Squirrel, for holding that. And then I can leave that there so that you can continue to look at your card. Isn't that amazing? Okay, Squirrel number 2, what have you got for us? Now we have a piece of peridot here. Peridot gemstone. That squirrel, his little face is so cute. I'm saying it's a he because I'm just feeling it. Feeling it's like Cyril the squirrel. I'm just checking it is peridot. Yes, it is. So peridot sits very much with the heart chakra. That one was very much the third eye, and this is the heart chakra. So the heart chakra is all about healing. It's all about compassion. It's all about self-love. It's all about universal love. And so picking this squirrel today could be about love is on its way into your life in a bigger way. You could be loving yourself a little bit more. You could be finding your healing abilities, or you could be connecting with them or reconnecting with them. So there could be some healing going on within you this week. You might be suffering from some ailments. You might be a bit under the weather, and so Archangel Raphael sending lots of healing. It could be that your heart chakra is the energy center that needs to be balanced more, that needs a bit of cleansing. Do a meditation, carry a green coloured stone such as peridot or malachite or a green aventurine, or a pink stone like rose quartz. So pink and green are the colours of the heart chakra. And also, I feel as though there's something about doing something that you really love this week. It's really important to focus on what you love doing, because love is everything. So love is a big word for you this week. For you guys, success and trust. Number 1, number 2 is love. So let's see what your card is from my Angels and Chakras deck. And we've got Archangel Jophiel showing up here again with joy. So you know, when we do what we love, we focus on things that we love, then that makes us joyful. And joy is just wonderful. It's so uplifting. It's like these balloons, you know, they just carry us up, and we're able to rise above any of the things that may be feeling like they're bringing us down or holding us back. So we have another quote. I won't even begin to pronounce this name because you know what my pronunciation's like. It's shocking. So this is a very beautiful Buddhist guru. And he says, walk as if you are kissing the earth with your feet. And that's what happens when we do something we feel really joyful with. And when we do something we love, we feel like we're kissing it, don't we? You know, like my daughter, what did she do the other day? She bought something, groceries or whatever, and it was something that I really liked, and I just was so excited I kissed the packaging. So, you know, that's the way we feel when we're really happy and we love something and we feel loving. So your questions are for you to ponder on. What makes you joyful? Where can you experience more joy in your life? Where are you not getting joy? Where is joy to be found? Joy is everywhere, right? And you know what, you might be going, oh well, I'll be joyful, I'll be happy, I'll do things I love when I'm not so busy, when I feel better, when I've got more money. But you don't need to do that, do you? You know, you could, it's like we were talking about earlier with the Ace of Air. We have choices, we have freedom, we have far more freedom than we realise. And it's all about what we believe we do or we don't do. So you deserve to be joyful, and believe me, you know, when you're joyful, the whole world benefits because you're in a better mood, because you feel more resourceful, more inspired, you've got more energy, and it just really does have a knock-on effect on everybody around you. And can you imagine if the whole world was doing things that they enjoyed and felt joyful around, and they'd be more loving and the world would be a much better place, wouldn't it? We'd all be more uplifted for sure. Let's pop you in there. Okay. So our third squirrel let us get on to that. I just want to read Fiona's comment. You chose Squirrel 1 for your week's reading. The whole reading was so relevant. You were particularly drawn to Amethyst yesterday and bought a druzy. Oh, that's lovely. You've got a lot going on with your forthcoming moves, so you're uplifted knowing the outcome will be successful. Fantastic. Well, good luck with your move, because it's so exciting and so overwhelming as well, isn't it? Geraldine O'Callaghan, good morning to you. You're in Ireland and you use citrine in your purse as well. Oh, thank you, Geraldine. That's lovely. Lisa Millard and Debbie Baldwin and Kathleen Gilleran, Tori Hunt, Claire Knott. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. If I've missed anyone, just drop a comment in and I will say hello to you. So our final squirrel number 3, is citrine. So we're talking about citrine, weren't we? Just check it's citrine. It is citrine, okay. I always like to double check. And citrine is very much associated with the sacral chakra. Also the solar plexus chakra, I feel very much like it's a gemstone that sits very well with that very powerful energy center. So those two chakras are very much associated with our confidence, our joy, creativity, transformation, our personal power. Can be money, and you know how powerful we feel and empowered we feel to claim our value. And he looks like he's hanging on to that. He's not going to let you have that citrine because it's his. So I feel as though the energy that's coming off this squirrel in particular, this one's a real character. And he's saying, you know, you've got something really special. Hold on to it. Don't let other people undermine you. And don't undermine yourself, most importantly, because we can be our own worst enemy at times, can't we? I mean, it can be given to us. You know, somebody might make a comment about us. And we feel like, oh yeah, they're so right. I am rubbish. I am that thing that they say I am. But we never are, you know, like we're changing moment by moment. So this is about having the power to have the confidence in yourself and to be in the moment and not to let the past hold you back, not to worry about the future. Just sit with what is and what you are right now. Because what you are right now, if you never do another thing in your life, if you never earn another bit of money, if, you know, you never have any more achievements, which is, that's impossible. You are enough. You have done so much. You've come so far. You are amazing in this very moment. Just sit with that knowledge. All of you. But especially those of you who chose number 3, squirrel. And he's hanging on to that for dear life because he's standing within the confidence and the power of knowing how great he is. And the card that came out of my Angels and Chakras deck for you is the Crown Chakra. So this is the energy center where we know we are connected to something much bigger than us. And when we realize that, then that is mind-blowing. You know, it's like maybe my purpose isn't about having a job and earning so much money and getting a house and doing this and getting approval from others. Maybe it's about all the times that I felt like I failed and I had to learn from that. It's all those times when I experienced grief and loss and pain and heartbreak. And I sat with that and I didn't let it ruin me and destroy me. I let it build me up and make me a stronger person, and I inspired all of those around me. And I'm still here fighting and growing and being me. So that's what purpose is. It's about those daily things, solving those daily mysteries. And some of them are fun mysteries and others are really baffling and others are absolutely tortuous, aren't they? So I am divinely guided. This is your mantra. I go beyond my limiting beliefs. I'm filled with light and love. I'm letting go of attachments. I am at peace and all is well. So your questions to ponder on this week, my loves, if you chose number 3 and a little squirrel with the citrine. What new experiences can help nourish your mind, body and soul? What limiting beliefs would you like to rise above? So what new experiences can help nourish your mind, body and soul? And what limiting beliefs would you like to rise above? So I'm going to pop that card in there. That one is not as open as the others. Can you see? I might have to just give it a little... Oh, there it is. I think it's me. I'm blaming the squirrel and it was me. Okay, beautiful cards, aren't they, for our messages this week. And I hope you really enjoyed seeing the new cards. I'm going to pull them out and give you a little shuffle through. We've got 7 chakra cards. We've got cards for Archangel Uriel, Raphael, Jophiel, our guardian angel, Jeremiah. And Michael's in here somewhere. Ah, there he is, Archangel Michael. So these and my beautiful book that tells you all about these angels and how to connect with your guardian angel, Sandalphon's in there. I got that card at the weekend, actually. I pulled that for myself. They're going to be a set. So the cards go with the book goes with the cards, and the book isn't just a guidebook for the cards, because the cards don't really need a guidebook. They've got all the information there. But the book gives you lots of really great information about how to really get into the vibration of connecting with your angels, because it is a focus. It is something that we need to consciously do. Our angels align with us anyway, but there are things that we can do to tune their dial and to get onto their wavelength and their frequency. So the book and the card deck come together as a set. As I said, you can buy them individually, or you can subscribe for the year to my book club, because there's going to be 4 titles coming out. But more about this later this week, but I will post the link so you can pre-order, because I've actually got a date when these are going to be coming out, and that's the 31st of January. So 31st of January, the book club is launching officially. The physical goods will be here, and I'll be able to start sending them out. But you can pre-order, and I am going to do a live where I go through everything again with you and show you what you get and how it all works. But thank you so much, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed your messages this morning. Wishing you a wonderful week, and may Mercury's shadow and retrograde bring you so many blessings, because it will. And hopefully lots of abundance too. Take care, everyone.